Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to reading for the year of 2024. I don't know, I can't get used to that yet. We're going to jump right in here. This is your 2024 yearly reading. You have this squirrel spirit, says believe in yourself. You have this hawk spirit, says let spirit be your guide. Yeah, I already feel you're making big changes this year. This is something that you've been thinking about here. I think there are big changes coming in love, but I really feel this is going to end up being like in work or career, or how, maybe like how you present yourself to the world or people's perception of you in the world here, Virgo, as well. So, that could be undergoing a deep transformation this year. And, but it's something, again, that I feel like you've been thinking about for over a year, probably for a decent amount of time of the past. You've been spending time, thinking about how you want people to perceive you, or, what story you want to tell about yourself. And so, I kind of feel like you've been doing a lot of processing and thinking about this type of stuff. And I mean, again, I think this is a good thing. It's like I think you're stepping into your authentic self. It's like you're actually maybe doing the things, or sharing things with the world that you want to share. And this could be literally, or it could just be by living your life. It's like, I think people don't realize, like, when you just live your life, that you are presenting something to the world. People are seeing you. They are seeing, the changes that you've made, or, they're seeing the person that you are becoming, or whatever you want to call it. So, I really do see that here for a lot of you. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. So wouldn't surprise me if you were just cutting things out that no longer serve you. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups can represent happy home, happy family. So, and you have the Four Wands. You have this groom card as well. So if you want to get married, it doesn't have to be a groom. You could be the groom. You could be the wife, or whatever the hell you call it. I don't know, right? Who cares? And what I would say is you could be whichever side. I don't care. And it's a really good reading for love, is what I'm trying to spit out here, and really good if you're wanting to have like a family in the future or something like that. Really, I just feel like things are just going a little bit more your way. Again, I don't think this year is perfect by any means, but, a couple of people have already had messages that kind of say, maybe it just feels like the universe is a little bit more on our side. There's like a little bit more wind in our sails. Again, I want to stress that this year is not going to necessarily be easy. You're going to have to put work into things, believe it or not. Sorry if no one's ever told you that, but it's like, again, I feel there's just like a little bit more wind in your sails. You have the Four Swords card of recovery. A lot of health stuff coming up as well, but actually good health stuff. Again, I'm not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice. But what I would say is, you could be like focusing on healing, or you could be trying to heal in some way with this Four Swords type energy. So let's see where this is going for you here, Virgo. We're using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. By the way, are you kidding me? With the Eight of Cups, you have the Virgo card. This is the Sun in Virgo, and it is the health card. So whatever you can do to heal yourself would be a really good idea, physically or mentally. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just some dude on the internet. So do not take this as medical advice. I have no clue what I'm talking about. But again, I would do, just stay healthy. With the Ten of Cups, you have this extremism card here. I would like, a couple of people have had this card, which is interesting. In 2025, we have, or at the end of 2025, really, we have Neptune moving into Aries in 2026, really, if you want to get super technical about it. But Neptune in Aries is extremism. It is like extreme thinking. I think we'll see the rise of cults again, and when Neptune moves into Aries, so we'll probably like see some sort of crazy new cult come about, right? We're already seeing it. We've already seen a couple of cults coming out, right? But again, on a personal level, we could be looking for a savior. We could be looking for someone to save us, or something to save us. And the answer is you have to save yourself. So, I feel for a lot of you, it's just kind of saying that. With the Four of Swords, you have this Revenge card. Everybody's had this card. Again, I would be careful of past people. It seems to me like there's been this narrative of like you getting into a relationship with a person, and then like their past person comes in and tells you something about them that isn't true and ruins the relationship. So I would be careful of that type of stuff. I think Scorpio had the same thing. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, or you could have a Scorpio coming in for you here. But There you go. I would definitely be careful of it because, again, it could ruin something that's really good for you. I also feel that you could be transforming revenge. Like if you have felt like you want to get revenge on a person or that you want to do something to a person, we've all been there, Virgo. It's like there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's if someone does you dirty, it's natural. Maybe you don't want revenge, but maybe you want them to get their karma or something like that, right? I just see you changing that. It's like you're saying, you know what, I could spend all this time focusing on that, or I could spend the time working, or, building something beautiful. So I actually feel this is a good thing because temperance would say you're turning one thing into another, so it's almost like saying to me that you're taking a situation that could have been negative and you're just turning it into a positive, which is, again, a good thing, not a bad thing. Next, you have this Medusa card, says, jealousy leads to downfall. I would definitely be careful of jealous people in your life. I would be careful of being jealous if I were you. I don't think this is like a major issue, but it is showing up in the reading. You have this Earth card. It says, utilize logic, reason, and common sense. Yes, again, I think if you're dealing with anything involving like other people, jealous people or whatever, that just focusing on what's right in front of you is probably like the most important thing that you could do. And just doing the work, and just ignoring it. I think that's like the most important thing. I think that's the most important thing that you could do is just completely ignore whatever is going on behind the scenes, especially if like someone's talking about you or whatever the case may be. You have the Ten of Wands, the Temperance card, and the King of Wands. I feel like this is what you're trying to move past. I actually like the Ten of Wands personally, and you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups right next to it, and you have this Jupiter card as well, which says abundance on it. The story of the Ten of Wands is that he planted those 10 wands, and now he is bringing them back to his home, so he is about to have a harvest, and it's like, how is that a bad thing? It's like he is receiving a harvest. He has worked his butt off to have something like this, something great in his life. And I feel for a lot of you, that's you're just working towards having something great in your life. You're working towards, creating something that you truly like want and desire in your life as well. So, again, yeah, maybe there's work here, but it's almost like this reading is saying your hard work is paying off. So I don't see this as a bad thing. You have the Temperance card. I feel like you have the power to turn a situation around, plain and simple, just by ignoring it, especially if it's a negative situation, but it doesn't even have to be. This could be a good thing that's going on in your life, and you could be making it better, With this card, we can double down on the good stuff and get more of a result. You have the King of Wands here. Look at this. You also have the Queen of Wands here as well. So, I feel for some of you, this could be, this could be a new soulmate coming in for you here. It could be a fire sign. I almost feel like this could be a new person for some of you. Some of you might be in a relationship right now, and this could be like a new person. So, I'm not encouraging anyone to break up with anyone that they're with right now. I'm just saying that you could be, maybe there is a breakup in the future. I don't like predicting those things, but it is what it is. And, there could be a new person coming in. For some of you, I feel like I feel like you are with the person that you're going to be with, and there is a lot of desire and, kind of like a lot of good stuff going on there. Well, and we're going to look more into that in just a minute. But let's see. With the Ten of Wands, you have this Intuition card here. I feel like you need to really trust your intuition here. Going this way. Four of Wands to the Sun. I think this is, I want to stress that this might only be for like one or two of you, right? So take it with a grain of salt. But it's like, if you're with a person right now, and you're just with them so that you're not alone, I would be careful if that is you, right? And obviously, again, I want to stress that if you're in a positive relationship where there's good things going on, then that is not for you. So what I would say here is that this is something where you already intuitively know that you shouldn't be in it. Maybe you're already questioning it or whatever. And again, I think that ripping the Band-Aid off would be a lot better than just staying in something that isn't working. For the rest of you, trust your intuition. With the Temperance card, look, you have the Status card. Yeah, this is my fancy couple card. So I feel like there could be a very solid connection in love coming in for you if you want love. I feel like this is something that's going to make you very happy, something that's going to bring a lot of joy into your life as well, and is also going to increase your status. Very interesting because, again, for the past few months, and also one other person might have been Scorpio, so you might have a Scorpio coming in. A lot of people have been getting this information about kind of like getting into connections that are more, that kind of increase your status in some way. But it's like power couple vibes, like two people who work together and support each other, and it like lifts you up. So, I would say this is a good thing. And again, you might already be with this person, so this might be someone you're going to marry because you have the Four of Wands, the Groom card, looks really good for love. With the King of Wands, you have this Versatility card. I think we are in a time of versatility where if like one way to do something in life doesn't work, then we just need to be open to all ways of doing things or other ways of doing things. So the more flexible we are, the better. And, I would just be flexible at this time, plain and simple. Next, you have this, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this progression journey card, and you have this Jupiter abundance card. So I kind of feel that there is a lot of abundance coming in for you. I do feel this is work related, and I feel like something is changing about work for you. Again, I feel it's like if I put myself in your shoes, it's like the way, it's like people's perception of you or something like that is what keeps popping into my head. Like maybe people see you as one thing, but you're actually another. I don't know. That's what's popping into my head. So I don't know what to say there. It's like maybe people see you as like a pencil pusher, numbers person, but you want to be like a salesperson, It's like I see an extreme change in work or career, but like that type of change. I hope that makes sense, where it's like you're going from, working behind the scenes to the front. You're going from working in public to working online. There's like some sort of difference here. But again, I think it has to do with people's perception. They're going to be seeing you as bigger, but in a good way. It's like you're expanding in their eye. And, I feel this is a good thing. Like I said, you have the Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of diligent work, and I definitely see this as a work year for you. It's kind of funny because when I do my groups of readings, I always lump you in with the water signs because for whatever reason, your readings are always very similar to the water signs. And I would say that not exactly the same. Actually, yours is very different than the three water signs. But the one thing that is very similar is the work. I think that it could be a hard work year for you in a good way. The other thing is your hard work is paying off. 10 of Wands to the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Cups. Like you're finding fulfillment through whatever you're working on. Definitely looks amazing. You have the Four of Wands here. Four of Wands is a card of freedom and celebration and marriage, of course. But, the Four of Wands is a card of a finish line. There's like this finish line up here, and it's like you have to cross to the other side to get the things that you want, It's kind of like what I'm getting here. I don't know. Do I know anything? Do I ever know what I'm talking about? Hell no. So there you go. Let's get that out of the way right now. But what I would say here is I feel like you're setting yourself free from like certain beliefs or a certain story. And what you're setting yourself free from is probably this right here, Nine of Swords. Like if you have a story about love where every relationship ends the same way, or, maybe the same things happen over and over and over again, I really kind of see you changing that story or making that story different, or you are doing things to make the story different, which again is a good thing. I see a lot of success here for you just in general. So yeah, I really like this for you. I feel like there's good stuff coming in for you. A lot of abundance, a lot of success coming in for you with the Nine of Swords. I see a lot of happiness as well. It's like you're doing something to increase your happiness, or you're doing things that do bring more happiness into your life. And I feel like you're getting away from this stuck cycle. Nine of Swords is just a never-ending nightmare, but it's about needing to face something and leave a comfort zone. He's got this blanket on his lap, and the blanket represents a comfort zone, and he needs to leave a comfort zone to really get out of this stuck cycle. So I feel like you're leaving some sort of comfort zone or something like that. Let's see. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have this birth card. All three water signs have this card. You have this card. It is a card of birth. I would be careful if you're not trying to get pregnant. But I would also say that this could just be the birth of a new life. The Four of Wands is a portal card. When you think about it, birth is a portal. It's a portal from the womb into the cosmic womb into the world. So, to me, the process of birth, being born into the world, is a process of going through a portal, quite literally. So, I feel that some of you could be birthing something new into the world. With the Four of Wands, you have this choices card. You have a choice to have the same story or to change your story. It's just that simple. I feel like you're being divinely guided towards a new story, but you really have to move in that direction. It's like I feel like the universe is doing everything it can this year, 2024, to set you on this path that is going to lead to clearly a lot of abundance. But the choice is yours. Ultimately, we make choices in life, and it's like you can choose this path of abundance or not. And again, I think maybe the challenge for you is that people see you one way as like one story, but you have a different story. With the Nine of Swords, you have this domination card. Yes, I feel like you are going to conquer your challenges. Like I feel like Nine of Swords, it's like you are going to dominate anything that gets in your way. So I really see this as a good thing. I also feel some of you could be trying to let go of something that you feel has been controlling you. But it's like, I feel like it's something maybe embarrassing, or you feel like it's embarrassing. I don't know. That's kind of a weird message, but that's what's popping into my head. I have to say the things that pop into my head. And so it's like you might have a part of your story from your past, but I feel like you need to realize that, if it was a mistake you made or something that you did or whatever, it's like those mistakes do not define you. It's like it's how you handle them. It's like the way that you change the story that matters the most. You know what I mean? So I think that this is saying, like, don't allow the past story to define you, and move forward to this new story. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this husband marriage card. You could be the husband as well. Take it how it resonates, whatever. It just could be marriage, right? You have this eye card. It says envy and protection. I feel like you are protected at this time. People could be very jealous of your connection, or you could be attracting a connection that people are very jealous of. But again, this is showing up in the good stuff, so you don't even care. You have the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Sun. The Nine of Cups is a card of total fulfillment. So, I feel like there is some sort of wish fulfillment or fulfillment coming in for you. I really see a lot of happiness. You have the Sun here as well, Jupiter. It's like you're really focusing on expanding love, joy, peace, happiness in your life. And, that's exactly what I would do if I were you. I also feel for a lot of you that you are very focused on just fulfillment, like I said. So, fulfillment seems to be, the word of the day that's popping into my head here for your reading. You have the Queen of Wands. It kind of says you're very attractive at this time. So if you want love, I would definitely get out there, try to meet a new person. Queen of Wands, she has that sunflower, and the sunflower points towards the sun. And so she moves towards her happiness, her joy, things that bring happiness into her life. And, that's what I'd be focusing on there. She's also my card of learning as you go. And so I feel like there needs to be more learning as you go. But this is like if you're doing things, if you're not getting new results in your business, for example, then you're not learning as you go, and which is not a criticism. Trust me, I was stuck for many years of my life not learning, right? The thing that changed my life is I started paying attention. It's just as simple. You don't need to pay some high-priced business coach to tell you this, right? It's just as simple. I just started paying attention to what works and what doesn't, and I double down on the good stuff, right? The other thing I do is I learn one new thing every single day. I literally make it a point to go watch a YouTube video about growing my YouTube channel, or I watch a YouTube video about like one of my other businesses. I read books every single day. I go for a walk every single day. I don't really read it because I'm a dummy anyway, but and I can barely read, but I can listen. So I go for a walk every single day, listen to an audible book, and I always like pull one piece of information out of that book, and I implement it into my life every single day. It has changed my life, and it's not a lot of work. It is super simple to do. This, I'm not spending hours and hours and hours on this, right? Maybe I spend like 4 hours a week implementing something that could lead to a lot of success. And that's the Queen of Wands. She learns as she goes, but she also makes sure to pay attention to what works. And again, not enough people do this. If you do this, it'll change your life. You have the Sun, tons of happiness, tons of joy coming in for you here. I really feel you need to believe in yourself. With this energy, you have that believe in yourself card. You have the sun. The sun shines on you, but you have to believe it. So, the universe is really trying to set you up for success here. But again, I feel you have to believe it. With the Nine of Cups, you have this negotiation card here. I feel like you aren't negotiating. It's like you're no longer living between two worlds, is what's popping into my head. Literally, that's what I'm getting here. Is it's like you're no longer living between two things. I don't know. That's all I get. I thought I was going to get something more there, but that's it. So again, it's not like you're settling. I think you're just getting the life that you desire, the story. With the Queen of Wands, you have this bluff card. Yeah, I feel like people are seeing that you do not bluff, It's like I feel like people are seeing you are who you are. It's like you say you're going to do something and you do it. And so it's like I feel like people are seeing that you're really a person of success and of your word. So love it. Really good. With the Sun card, you have this Patience card. Again, I feel like you've been waiting for a fancy person. This is my fancy couple card right here. And you have a Status card as well, which is also like a fancy couple card. So there could be a very solid person. Like this reminds me of the Empress. There could be like a very attractive person coming in for you, or, someone who is really good for you, or, whatever the case may be. So love it. But let's see what is going on for you here for this year. You have this May card and this bird flying card. It says news is on the way. If you're waiting for news, you could be getting news, or you could be getting approval for something. I'm getting like by the month of May or something. You have this unicorn card. It says use your intuition to make beneficial changes. I feel like it's almost like some of you need to realize that if you're no longer enjoying something, like in work, that that the lack of enjoyment is trying to motivate you to do something else. You have this harp card, and sorry, I just dropped it. It says great happiness. Yes, clearly you are going to be very happy with this year. The whole entire reading, Jupiter card, you have the Sun, the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Cups, like so many cards of great happiness. Ten of Cups, and you have the Ten of Cups somewhere in here as well, or something. I don't know, but whatever. Maybe not. I could be making that up, but still, looks really good. You have this older man. It says dealings with relationships with an older man. You have this box. It says you will receive a gift. I'm getting that some of you could be getting an inheritance this year or something. But I also do feel you could be attracting a person who's more mature. It does not have to be a man. Again, general reading. I don't attach gender to my cards, but I do feel like you could be attracting someone very mature. They might not even be older than you. Like you might be the same age or something, but they just could be very mature. And this could be in love. You have this love card next, so definitely could be like a solid love connection coming in for you. I wanted to see what these next two cards were. You cannot make this up. These two cards were kind of like on the top of the deck, like hanging off. And this says marriage. This says owl. Good advice from a wise person. You know, again, older man. It could just be an older person or just a person who has a lot of wisdom that you will marry in the future. You have this mice card. It says discord among family and friends. I would be careful of that picky energy, you know, where mice cause small problems, right? So I would be careful of people who are bringing like a bunch of small problems into your life that don't matter. That's going to be a distraction. So be careful of like the tiny little distractions. But this looks really good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your year.